if you've been following this series, you're already familiar with Italian vowels. So, today we delve into the world of Italian consonants. Whether you are an Italian culture enthusiast or a language learner, this video will equip you with the most important things you need to know about the 15 consonants, 1 silent letter and 5 foreign letters of the Italian alphabet. Ready? Let's start. Consonants are the letters of the alphabet that, opposite to vowels, cannot form a syllable on their own. So, guess what do they need? A vowel, indeed. It is no coincidence that the word consonant literally means it which sounds with. In Italian, these letters are B, C, D, F, G, H, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, and Z. If you want to find out more about their names and their pronunciation, check out the video I made about the Italian alphabet. That said, let's explore the different types of consonants and how they are categorized. The Italian alphabet has 15 consonants and 1 silent letter, H or H. Here's a quick overview of the category division criteria. First, manner of articulation. This refers to how you move your mouth, nose and throat to produce the consonants. Number 2, place of articulation. This refers to where the sound is produced, whether there are the lips, teeth, etc. Number 3, vibration of the vocal cords. This refers to how much your vocal cords vibrate while pronouncing consonants. Among the 16 Italian consonants, B, D, F, L, M, N, P, R, T, and V are pronounced exactly as they are written. However, some consonants have peculiarities worth noting. But before diving into this matter, I want to answer a question I've been asked about the R. One common challenge for Italian learners is rolling the R. In Italian, the R is quite distinct, but don't worry if you can't roll it. Many Italians can't either. Here are some alternatives. Some pronounce it like the French are, rolling in the throat instead of the palate. Others simply skip the roll. While these approaches are technically incorrect, in practice they are widely accepted. The worst case scenario is someone asking you to repeat yourself for clarity, so relax and give it your best shot. That said, let's talk about the consonant peculiarities. Peculiarity number 1. C and G can be tricky as they have both hard and soft pronunciation. They are hard sounds when followed by A, O, or U. For example, cane, gatto, amico, drago, cuneo, or gusto, when followed by R. For example, crema or grazie. Last, when followed by the silent letter H. For example, chiesa or draghi. On the other hand, they are soft sounds when followed by the E or I. For example, luce, cibo, gelato, or giraffa. Peculiarity number 2. The letter Q is always followed by U and another vowel. For example, quaderno, questo, 15, or liquore. A little note on the side, the sounds Q with Q and Q with C are pronounced identically, so always check a dictionary if unsure about the spelling. Peculiarity number 3. S can be voiced, S sonora, or unvoiced, S sorda. S is unvoiced at the beginning of a word followed by a vowel. For example, sala, preceded by a consonant, for example, falso, followed by unvoiced sounds, k, f, p, t. For example, scatola. With double S, for example, rosso, at the end of a word, for example, gas. On the other hand, S is voiced in all other cases. For example, casa or rosa. Peculiarity number 4. Z can also be voiced or unvoiced. When Z is voiced, it's called Z sonora. For example, zero. When Z is unvoiced, it's called Z sorda. For example, spazio. However, since Z's pronunciation often depends on the etymology, checking a dictionary is your best bet. Last, peculiarity number 5. In Italian, H is always silent, so it's used as a graphic sign in these cases. First, to make C and G into hard sounds. Second, to distinguish homographs. For example, anno, they have, and anno, ear. Third, to extend a sound. For example, ah. Last, to transcribe Latin and foreign words. For example, habitat or hotel. At last, to complete the alphabet, we need to include 5 foreign letters: I lunga, K, W, X, and Y. These were introduced to transcribe Latin, Ancient Greek, and other foreign words. In conclusion, understanding Italian consonants is a crucial step in mastering the language. I hope this guide will help you with their nuances and peculiarities. That said, stay tuned for in the next video we'll explore the consonant phenomena, double consonants, digraphs and trigraphs. As always, I encourage you to drop your questions and feedback in the comment section below. Grazie for watching and... Arrivederci!